Just the tips.
Alrighty, buddy. Adam and Mike coming to you, episode 67, Just the Tips Podcast.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's the sun is shining, the birds are singing, and the most beautiful sound of the spring is here, which is warning bells ringing after you hit your drive, and you have to warn the group ahead of you. You're not quite off the fairway yet. So
crispy
stuff, man,
6 irons.
Crispy 6 irons. Slow greens, but spring is officially sprung here in the Northeast for us.
Yep. So, dude, let's get into it. First, we want to thank our sponsors.
Shout out to mymedicareny.com. That's mymedicareny.com. I don't think most people realize that when you turn 65, you've earned a right as an American to Medicare. Medicare is what we get to take care of our older people with health insurance, and but it's a complicated system. Parts of it are free, parts of it cost money, parts of it are based on income and need, and nobody does a better job of helping you navigate the New York and federal Medicare system than mymedicareny.com. Just give them a call. You might have the right plan. You might need a supplement. You may qualify for a discount or even free insurance. But Mike and his staff over at mymedicareny.com, they'll help you out.
And it won't hurt for you to just give them a call or check out their website and find out.
Free consultation. So we appreciate their sponsorship. I would say too, if you're interested in being the title sponsor of the Just the Tips podcast, or supporting the channel financially in any way in exchange for advertising, reach out to Just the Tips through any of our social media things. See us at the course, drop us a letter in the mail, or justthetipsTwenty3@gmail gets it to us too.
All right, guys. So listen, we have a pretty good episode coming to you. We're going to keep everything pretty short. We're going to try to keep this under 35 minutes. Adam, can you do that?
Pretty good episode. We have an amazing episode.
I know, but
many
can
people
you keep
say
it under 35?
It's an outstanding.
See?
Yeah, because we're going to talk about a lot of things rapid fire today.
So let's talk about this week real quick. All right. What happened?
So just real quick, opening day in the Northeast. I got a call to play the opening day at 2 different courses. I got Wednesday at Apple Greens, and shout out to the Big Bird, always doing the right thing by giving a holler. But we had an excellent foursome. The course was in amazing shape. The place was absolutely packed for a Wednesday afternoon. But long story short, got around in an 81 from the tips with some high winds. So par 71, mission accomplished. Good round out of the gate.
And any birdies?
No, although I putted for quite a few. Just couldn't get any to go in, and disappointed because I texted you that I had 4.
Yeah,
I got 0.
So I will admit, I was kind of torn between feelings and emotions when you sent me that text. I was like, nice, dude, good. But, oh, man, I'm behind now. So, and then you followed up with I'm just kidding, I didn't have any birdies. And I was like, okay, no, I feel better now.
I'll tell you what, the birdie race, though, has me omni-focused on opportunities to make birdie.
Yeah.
You know, like there's Oh, you all right? Did you fall down?
I'm good. Had to get a pen.
All right, good. So there's actually an interesting statistic out there when it comes to golf psychology that says people focus more or are more in tuned or want to make a putt for par that avoids a bogey more than they want to make a birdie putt, right? Now, I'm sure that's not for everybody. I'm sure there's somebody out there right now going, I'm crazy about birdies, things like that. But the vast majority of average golfers are much more concerned with avoiding a bogey than they are of getting a birdie. I think that's true to a certain degree, but I'll tell you what, when I'm in this birdie race, I'm trying to hit my drive to where I can hit my iron, to where I can get on the green, to where I can at least have an opportunity for a putt. I think this is a great thing. I think everybody should have a birdie goal for the year.
So I will say, I mean, and we had these talks before. We had these talks last year. We've had some great conversations with the governor and everything about that feeling when you're getting over a birdie, right? Like that it matters. You got to win the hole, like whatever it is, that feeling. I feel that now more when I'm sitting over that birdie putt, because I'm like, I want to make this birdie, but I also have this race going. So now I'm feeling it double, which I think is good. You know what I mean? It's gonna put us in those positions a little bit more to feel that pressure, you know?
Well, exactly. So here we are mid-March, feeling mid-season pressure for something that we created in our own heads.
Yeah.
You know, so the good news is when it's the middle of the summer and we're playing in a tournament or a money match, or we're not even playing together, those birdies count extra, and it's only going to make us learn how to deal with those emotions and get stronger under that pressure. So now we got a chance to open a course together today.
Yeah, man. Yep. Our home course, Whitwick, opened today. Today's Friday when we're filming this. And I mean, everybody who we play with, everybody who's kind of obsessed golfer was there today.
Who's anybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful day. It's mid-60s on a Friday. It's a busy day at the course anyway. You know, everybody gets out of work early and gets out there. But like I said, you and I, we had the two of us and a great foursome. I had a blast with the guys we played with.
Yeah. I had tons of fun today.
How'd you do?
You know, not as good as I wanted to. Not as good as I was hoping to. But pretty happy with a lot of the game right now in mid-March. So can't be too upset. Not scoring very well. I mean, I'll be honest, you know, greens were getting me. Short game, you know, was getting me. Has nothing to do with like course conditions, although there were probably a few shots I probably would have got away with more if we had like faster greens. But it is what it is on, you know, March 14th. But the short game's just not there for me right now. How about you?
Not yet. Good. You know, again, just being on the big boy course. Again, 81, I was really pleased with. Only one double. Today I said, no doubles. I'll take pars and bogeys all day, maybe throwing a birdie. Second hole, I doubled. And I also said, hey, listen, this year is going to be the year of the par 5. I'm gonna play par 5s per round under par. So if there's 4 par 4s, I should be 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 under par, playing the par 5s correctly. My game is that good. Well, I doubled the first par 5. I doubled the second par 5. I bogeyed the third par 5, and I missed a 4-foot putt for birdie on the last par 5. So today I played a 5 over. But also shot 83 with a triple on a par 4. So again, you know, take away the big numbers, and we got a great round. Play the par 5s the way I want to play the par 5s, and we got a low 70s round. So for the first day of the year on some bumpy ass greens, dude, we're in good shape for the shape we're in.
Yeah, and you know, no roll. Like, dude, that drive that you hit on 12, I was like, oh man, that's a monster. And I didn't hit my drive very well. I got away with it, and we were like even with each other. I'm like, I saw you like looking at that ball. I'm like, that's not his. And I kind of did it, and then I looked away and I proceeded to do my own thing. And then you were like still by that ball. I'm like, that's his drive? I literally thought you were 40 yards up.
Well, not for nothing, but our playing partners, they were playing from the senior tees, from the golds, and the one guy was playing the exact same ball. He had a chrome soft, I had a chrome soft, tri-track. I had a 1, he had a 4, and we get up there, and I thought for sure that was his, and I look, but it is so soft. It hit, it checked, it rolled back 3 feet, you know, so, hey, listen, we're not getting a lot of roll. What I'm most impressed, though, is your game. Holy cow, you're striking the ball. I mean, again, I told you, it's scary because you're not used to aiming at what you want to hit. You're used to aiming way out to the right. So
to the left, your other left.
To the left.
Yeah.
The long story short is you have to aim at the pin because you got a baby cut happening. That is a sexy shot right now. So nice job.
barely cutting. It's like it's almost like kind of frustrated that I'm like, like the 4-iron I hit on 5 today. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be tight. And it started like just off the left side of the green, and it looked like it was trying to cut, and it just kind of fell like, I don't know. can't be mad, dude. Like I hit some really good irons today. Driver was working for most of the part. I was pretty happy.
Yeah, man. And you're playing tomorrow. If it doesn't rain or it doesn't rain hard, I'm going to play on Sunday. And then, like I said, I got the girls golf team that I'm happy to be coaching. But that's practice every day, man. I can't wait to join these girls.
Yeah.
And get a real dedicated high school practice schedule that I can participate in, man. I'm excited. Back to school like Rodney Dangerfield.
I think you did this on purpose. I think you're like, hey, if I coach, then I have like an excuse and nobody can tell me no. I'm like, I'm working.
Exactly. I'm working it for them. Exactly. So
yeah.
Really, really, really excited. But we got a lot of stuff going on. So
yeah.
Why don't we keep diving into it?
We have a couple things that we really need to dive into. Do you want to talk about the one specific thing, or do you want to go into etiquette?
Let's go into etiquette
okay.
just real quick because
you said you had a question
today. Yeah, just our viewership. One of the big things is I think the Just the Tips does, or it should be part of our mission statement, is demystifying and taking the anxiety out of golf, right? So when you don't want to do something by accident or do something that you don't even know is a mistake or a faux pas. You don't want somebody to call you on it. And we've gotten a lot of detail about, where to stand when somebody's hitting or where to stand on the putting green or, pace of play and things like that. But I had one today. We were playing with a guy who, again, he said, I accidentally hit the ball on the green when we were doing temp greens and I left the ball there. I said, you didn't go on the green to go get it? He said, no. He says, I respect the greens too much and you're not allowed on the greens. I said, but your ball's there. You're not going to destroy the green. They don't want everybody playing on there. He goes, no, yeah. I wouldn't do it. So one of the things I noticed is that he doesn't put his push cart on the fringe. I roll my push cart right up within an inch of the green onto the fringe. And I said to myself, I go, am I doing that wrong? Is that not a thing? Am I not supposed to have my push cart on the fringe?
I do. I don't always do it, but I only do it on certain holes where I'm like, oh, I got to go around this bunker and I have to go on the fringe to pull it up to a convenient spot. I don't like it. I'm definitely aware when I'm doing it. I think it's probably more of a recurring thing. You know what I mean? Like if everybody, and we talked about this, and actually this is a good example. I'm glad you brought this question up because let's just pick Mike Stranz for example, right? Like Mike Stranz has some quirky greens, or he has like some weird like goat trails that go to the greens, and that's the only place that you can walk. And they're really worn out, right? You remember some of these holes, like number 14 at Royal
16,
New Kent.
16 at Tobacco Road.
16 at Tobacco Road. What was the other one I was just thinking in my head? Number 13 at Tobacco Road, where you're clearly in the middle of the fairway. The fairway narrows in, and it tells you to get on the path. Because that would be the only place that carts would drive, and it would just get completely run down. Now, when it comes to these push carts on fringes, if every single person was doing it and every single person was pulling their carts to the same spot, so think like On2, and I was just thinking about On2 at Wilwick, is, I'm on the green in regulation like usual, but, you walk up and you kind of coast along to the left side of the green, you go up above the bunker, and then you leave your carts there, even with the back edge of the bunker, and then you putt, and then you go to 3. I think if people continually did it, I think it would become a problem. But I don't think there's enough foot traffic. I don't think everyone does it, and I don't think that they are detrimental enough of a vehicle to be a real issue.
Okay, so because I never thought it never even occurred to me that I was doing something wrong. Now, to my defense, I was a carry guy forever. I mean, forever and ever. It was only last year I got a push cart, right? So
now, did he say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I just know, and he's too nice of a guy. Even if he did, he'd send an email. Actually, probably send in the mailbox.
Write you a letter.
Calligraphy saying,
"So, Mr. Paddock, I'm going to need you to."
Dearest playing partner, it was brought to my attention during our recent round. But my whole thing has always been point A to point B, right? Whatever the closest, easiest way to get there is for brevity's sake. But I think I will be more conscious now that if there is a direct route that doesn't take that much more time and doesn't go over the fringe, I think I'll take it. Again, I think it's just the right thing to do. It's just today I recognized it for the first time. That's all.
I like it. I was skeptical probably a year and a half ago. I'd say the end of 2022 season when I started playing more with you and more with some like more regular players, and I would watch them do it, and I was like, okay, so it's fine. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, personally, it is for me just because, I mean, I take care of my front yard, dude, and I know how much work goes into that. I mean, I can't even imagine what goes into a green and a fringe and, stuff like that. Dude, I've seen people pull their carts up that close, and that bothers me. Now, here's the deal. And I hope superintendents are watching this, and I hope Jason's watching this. And I want to be corrected if I'm wrong. If one cart does it, not a big deal, right? But now if everybody's doing it, or, you know what I mean? Like, if you're peeling out on the edge of the greens, then it's going to be a huge deal. But if one cart does it, I don't think it's going to kill the grass, but you don't want to do it. Just like we've gotten yelled at a few times on the range, right, where we're hitting off the grass. It's like, listen, it's not a big deal if you're doing it, but what happens is everyone else sees you doing it and they start doing it. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest issue when it comes to any of that stuff, is that recurring traffic on fringes and certain areas of the golf course.
Yeah, no, it's a good heads up, and I think if we're all conscientious of it and make those decisions, at least most of the time, again, it can only make the course better.
All right, so obviously we didn't really answer the question, but I think the answer is the more we take care of the course, the better the course is going to be, and that's with every single thing. That's your push carts, that's your golf carts, right? We've made videos about move your golf cart off to the side. If there's a no carts past this sign that's 30 or 40 yards short of the green, that means 30 or 40 yards all the way around the green. Don't go around the sign and still pull up to the edge of the green.
I would just say, use that common sense that leave the course better than you found it. And, it's not always easy, but again, conditions are soft right now. You find yourself out in a muddy spot and things like that. Like, just be
I'm surprised they even had carts out there today. I saw carts today, and I was just like,
I think it was dry enough.
But they just, the course just opened up. Dude, it was 28 degrees this morning. It was free. They had a frost delay. Like, there's no reason for carts. Plus, freaking walk. Like Adam said, guys, leave the course better than when you found it. Fill your divots or replace them if your course replaces them. Clean up your tees off the tee boxes. You left a tee one time, and I wanted to throw it at you and hoped it stuck in the back of your neck. What else? Fix your ball marks. All right, let's get into the big one. All right, we got 15 minutes to get this done. You think you can do it?
I can do anything in 15 minutes. I'm amazing.
What kind of golf ball do you play?
Chrome Soft and Tour Softs, as so long as they have the tri-track on there.
Why?
So I always played whatever was the quote-unquote best ball, and I love Titleists. Not only
just
do I
the
love
best ball.
This is the best ball as far as I'm concerned.
No, I mean just like whatever Golf Magazine says is the best ball that season.
It's always been Titleist since I've been a kid. It was the Bellata. Then it went through all its iterations. Titleist has always been the best ball on the market. I only play Titleist number 1s. I like the red one. I don't know that much about compression, but I like the way the red looks better than the black. And I played a red Titleist 1 for 30 years.
All right, so here's my thing with the red and the black, right? I think for a while, reds were Pro V1s and blacks were Pro V1Xs or something like that. It's changed now because now they got the left dash and AVXs are up there and all these things. But we got a question about what ball should I buy, and it really comes down to your game. It has nothing to do about what's the best ball on the market, who's playing it. Oh, I like him and he plays Shrixon, so I'm playing Shrixons. It really comes down to you and your game. And what part of your game do you want the ball to help you with, right? Because if you, like me, I used to, Mike, 2025 Mike doesn't anymore, but hits a spinny drive, right? Yeah. So I would prefer a ball with less spin. But when you get around the green and you have less spin, that ball's not going to spin the way that you want it. Since you took it back off the driver, you didn't want the spin, right? So you can't have both. There are some quizzes out there, and there are some fitters, we'll call them ball fitters out there that will help you with selecting the correct golf ball.
So I'd say this too. I mean, to get back and make it real simple for people, because you said the difference between the red and the black. Now, I grew up playing golf in the 80s, and balls were a lot simpler back then because you basically had hard balls and softballs. Softball was anything made of Bellata, so Maxfly, Titleist. There was another manufacturer, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they made tour professional soft balls that were meant to get a lot of spin and hit these really hard greens and stop, right? And then there were the hard balls, the Top Flights, the Pinnacles, the Wilsons, the Slazengers. The list went on and on and on. And they were a solid core with a plastic outside. They went a lot farther, There was a big gap, big difference between softballs and hard balls, but these things would not spin, right? By the way, there used to be 3 compressions. There was ladies compression, there was 90 compression, and 100 compression. In Titleist, the red was 90, the black was 100. 100 was a harder ball for higher swing speeds. Now, also back then, just to make the comparison.
What are we saying back then? Are we saying early 90s?
I'm saying late 80s, early 90s, right?
Okay.
So things were simpler. It was a simpler time. But so now you go into your pro shop, and there's 500 different types of balls, and every manufacturer's got 13 levels, different colors, different compressions. Yeah. So you were saying you found a quiz or a test that's meant to help you kind of decide what ball works best for you.
So now here's the deal. Now, like you said, you were a Titleist person, right? You were, right? Titleist has their own. If you know you want to buy Titleist and you're like, hey, I'm a Titleist guy, you can go on a Titleist website and you can put in like your preferences. Like, oh, I hit my 7-iron 155 yards. Boom. My driver goes high and I don't get enough distance, so I want to, it's like, what are you trying to do? What do you currently do? And what would you like out of your ball? You can go on there and it'll spit out a couple options for you. Same thing with Callaway. I'm sure you can go on to Callaway's website. You can go on Vice's website. I know that for a fact because I've looked at it. Or if you don't know what brand, if you're not brand loyal, you can just go on to like a ball fitting quiz. So if you typed in like, what golf ball should I use? There'll be Titleist, there'll be Callaway, then there'll be Vice, and then there'll be Worldwide Golf or, golfdigest.com, where somebody went on and put in like a quiz. So I'm actually on one right now, and it is Worldwide Golf. It's worldwidegolfshops.com. And it gives you
this is exciting. I didn't know we were taking a test today.
Yeah, you're going to fail. But it gives you like a questionnaire, and then each each answer is points, and then at the end you total up your points, and kind of where you fit is going to give you a couple different brands of balls. Are you ready?
Do we have time? Do we have time to do this now? I'm excited.
Let's see.
Because I know what ball I like.
It's like 7-8 questions. All right.
Perfect. I'm ready.
All right, we'll do it
Here
for you.
go.
What is your experience level or handicap? I've been playing casually for 0 to 2 years. I don't carry a handicap. I've been playing for a couple years, but don't carry a handicap or carry. Don't carry a handicap, or I have a high handicap. Is what that says. I've been playing for over 2 years and carry a mid-high handicap. I'm a very experienced golfer. I carry a mid to low handicap. So you're 4.
Very experienced golfer with a mid to low handicap.
All
so
right.
I get 4 points. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I got it. I'm writing it down.
All right, 4. All right.
You're not going to remember. What is your typical full swing shot trajectory? Low,
Draw.
Shorter shots that roll out but don't carry far. High shots usually slice. That's 1. 2, I can get it up in the air but don't carry as far as those around me. 3, I can work my shots to different heights and fade or draw depending on what I need to hit. 4, I hit a high launch with low spin, and I am looking to decrease my spin on medium to long shots as much as possible without hurting my chip shots.
No, 3.
Yeah.
I can hit draw and fades. Not always, not every time I want, but I have the shots.
They're in there. It's just not always at the right time.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes left, sometimes it goes right. But no, 3.
What shots do you struggle with most? Long shots off the tee, medium to long shots off the deck, short game or chip shots, or I want equal assistance everywhere. I don't need a game improvement ball.
No,
I would say medium to long shots. Yeah. I mean,
off the fairway. That's
5 iron. Basically, your 5 iron.
Yeah. 5 and not for nothing though, but again, I don't hit the ball so far. So 185 to 200 yards is my 4 hybrid, and I love that. But I don't carry a high green regulation in it. If there was a ball out there that said I would hit it more on the green from 180 to 200, I might consider that ball. I got to be honest.
All right.
Okay,
how
cool.
long is your 7 iron shot? 155 to 165? Yeah. So that's number 3, right? So here's the answers. It was less than 140 yards, 140 to 150, 155 to 165, or more to 165. So you're 155 to 165.
I think that's very reasonable. I think that's being conservative, but reasonable. It's not consistently over 165.
Bro.
Hot summer days, downhill, downwind.
Yeah. Up in Denver, Colorado. How strong are you at hitting around the green? I struggle with most shots around the green. 2, I struggle with many shots around the green but have a couple of strong points. 3, I trip well near the green but have a couple of shots I really struggle with. Flop shots, bump and runs, etc. 4, I chip very well around the green generally.
I'd say 3. It's always a part of my game that I want to work on more. I think I'm good, but not great. I think I could definitely get better.
What do you think you struggle with around the green?
3. I would say, just like they said, there's flop shots I'd like to. Bottom line is I don't get up and down enough. My statistics say I don't get up and down enough.
You think that you're chipping or you're putting?
Chipping. Even I read a stat the other day that said tour pros miss 50% of their 10-footers, and I'm like, all right, I'm probably missing more than 50% of my 10-footers. It's probably 60 or 70.
Yeah, but they're not leaving themselves 10-footers on chips around the green. They're getting at inside 10.
But that's what I'm getting at is I don't chip it close enough. I made a chip today where you're like, why didn't you bring your putter? I'm like, I expected to chip that into the hole or to have you tell me it was
staring
good.
at you the whole time with a face.
I knocked it 20 feet past the pin and had to go get my putter and come back and barely make a 2-putt. So,
dude, I was waiting for you to look at me. I was just staring at you like this.
I was confident. I was like, I don't need that putter. Plus my cart was on the fringe, so I wanted to get it off of there.
What feel do you prefer from your golf ball? Soft and light off the face. I don't have a strong preference. Soft but a bit more solid. Firm and fast off the face but substantial, not too light and clacky. I don't know if clacky is a word.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as feel goes, See, back in the day when we used to play balata is literally a plant fiber. It's like a gum or a rubber, right?
Yeah.
So those were so soft. Those were miserable. And kind of on the other end is, still you can buy them today, like the really hard balls, that's like the
noodle.
The noodles. I'm thinking like the Warbird from Callaway. They're just made like a rock.
Yeah.
I don't want to be either one of those. So probably that third one.
Soft, but a bit more solid. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That's like a soft, like to me, like Pro V1s and TP5Xs, they have a soft outer shell. But, like they're not, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Where I can really feel the difference in the ball is when I'm putting. Like when the greens are fast and I have when I'm practicing and I have like a 20-foot downhill putt, I can feel that the Pro V1 is a softer ball. The TP5X is a little bit harder, and the Chrome Soft that I play is probably the hardest off the face of the putter. And then, and again, these are soft downhill putts. So when you can feel it there, I'm
now,
sure
do you
when
feel
you're
like
smashing
that,
it with a driver.
You feel like that Chrome Soft is clacky, like they used here?
Not clacky, but it's close. It's the harder of the three, for sure. And not for nothing, when we were in Florida, I just knew between rehabbing from injury and not playing, I was going to lose a ton of balls. So I really didn't want to spend $60 a dozen. So I got the Super Softs, which are super long, super straight, and super soft. They're just a rock. They're clacky. Right? But also they don't
I didn't think clacky was a word, but it definitely describes some of these balls.
So we were talking today about the carbon face on the Stealths. Can you get a clacky ball off the smushy face of the Stealth?
Oh man,
a clacky smush.
It would be like
smushy,
a clacky
smushy clack.
Yeah,
a clacky smushy spinny.
Right. Last question. You ready?
All right.
Do you prefer a ball played by the pros? I don't know or care what balls are used by the pros. I don't think my game is good enough to feel or make a difference. I would prefer it, but I'm willing to flex based on my needs. I generally only play balls that the pros have played.
I used to only play the balls the pro played. Titleist, the number one ball in golf, the Pro V left hash, whatever they were playing. I told our local pro Trevor today, because he's like, hey, Titleist is running a promotion. I said, I don't play him anymore. I said, I play Chrome Softs. And he said, why? I said, because they have the tri-track on them. Yeah. And I know I can put a mark on my ball, but they smudge. I don't like the way they look. If Titleist, the Pro Vs, came up with a red, white, and blue tri-track, I would play Pro Vs, right? But until then...
But what if we finish this quiz right now and it tells you Titleist isn't even on this list? Like, what if it's just like Shrixon or Noodle?
Kirkland. All of a sudden, I'm playing Kirkland's. Again, to me, the ability to line up the ball supersedes any what I perceive as to be a minimal. So
if this spits out top flight with a tri-track on it, you would play it.
Exactly.
All right, so
probably the third one that I
would prefer
like to play
it,
with
but
the
I'm
pros
willing
play.
to flex based on my needs.
So I do play the Tour Soft in tournaments. That's the gold box. And I think Mickelson plays that, but he's like 90 years old and doesn't care because he's a zillionaire. So I'm sure he's just taking the money. I don't know what pros play the Chrome Soft, the Tour Soft. I'm sure some do, but I really don't care.
All right, you ready?
I can't wait. I really
can't. All right, so you got a 21. Let me double check that. 7, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. All right. Let's start.
It's like your putts on the front nine.
You ready? Wilson Staff.
What the hell? Who?
It says Wilson Staff model. It's like any Wilson Staff.
From 1997.
Shrixon Z-Star Divide, which I think that's
the... Shrixon made a ball.
Yes, you do. You play it.
It's the one that's the two different color?
Yeah. But then also a regular Shrixon Z-Star is fine too. You ready?
Okay.
Bridgestone Tour B RXS. Okay. Bridgestone Tour B RX.
Mm-hmm.
TaylorMade TP5. Callaway Chrome Soft.
Okay.
Titleist Pro V1X Left Dash. And Titleist Pro V1X. You are not at the Pro V1s. Got to play the
good.
X's. Okay? Man, why did I do this? You're going to start playing better? I mean, hang on. Let me switch this list real quick.
So I got a couple of questions in there. I totally agree with the Pro Vs because there are a lot of different ones, and I don't hit the ball 400 yards. I don't need that top level ball. I can't compress it high enough to make it do what it's supposed to do. But the rest of those balls are fine. I've never seen Srixon balls for sale in any pro shop I've ever been to. I've seen them in like the PGA Superstore. Yeah,
you got to go to like a store that has everything.
Same thing with Bridgestones, but yep. Wilson still makes balls?
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, dude, check this out.
Yeah, Wilson's? What are they?
These are Wilson Duos, the world's softest golf ball.
Yeah, that's on here.
Faster.
That's what you should be playing, actually. One? That was actually on the top of the list. No. Let's see.
No.
Wilson. If you have a 7 or 10, it just says play whatever. Play the thing that you found in your backyard. Pinnacle Rush. Wilson Staff 50 Elite. Wilson Duo Soft is 11 to 14 points. That's what you have, a Wilson Duo?
Yeah. I won those in a closest to the pin contest in Florida.
Wilson Triad. There's Srixon Q Stars, which I think I bought those last year at the end of the season when that was all that was left in the shop. But Z Stars just came out like 2 years ago. Head Pro at Innis gave us like a sleeve of those, and those were pretty good. So that's your list, dude. So I think you got your Chrome Softs. Pro V1 X's and X Left Dash.
But it didn't say Tour Soft.
It says Chrome Soft.
But not Tour Soft, huh?
Tour Soft is... I don't even see
not
Tour
even on
Soft
there.
in there.
They don't even recommend it.
Warbird like, Super Fast. Callaway Super Soft. Callaway ERC Soft. And then Chrome Soft.
I played the Super Softs in Florida. So,
they're not even on here. They don't even sell those anymore. Who knows? They might have switched the name. You know, they might go to the
Superstore does.
So the next level down from yours, I don't know if it's down, but whatever. Less points. It's Callaway ERC Soft. So maybe they just changed it to that.
You know what's funny is I don't like that ball. You find them on the course, and I find them in my bag because it's fun when you play with other guys and they know the balls you play. Not a lot of guys play the Chrome Sauce, so they always give them to me. I'm always giving Pro Vs away when I find them, right? Yeah. People give me those ERCs. The dimple on it looks like it's a crater in the moon. They're gigantic, and they're super deep. They look weird to me, and that ERC looks like shit on there. I hate that ball. I'm funny? Sure it's fine.
How many times, and I'm going to ask you this, and we'll ask our viewers, how many times have you found a ball on like the 7th hole after you just piped your 3rd Pro V into the woods, and you're just like, screw it, I'm going to play this, throw it down. It's a Volvic Vivid, and you're just like, screw it. And then you play the rest of the round with that ball, and you actually play decent. How many times?
For me, it's the Matt Max Fly in red. That's the ball I always find that when I'm playing like crap, I get this thing, and it looks like a tracer round in World War II. And by the way, when you say...
It's rubbery, right? Doesn't it have like a grippy feel to it?
Yeah, they actually did a test on it, and they don't putt as well. Like, you'll miss more putts by
Imagine hitting that with the grippy Stealth 2 face. I think it would just stick there.
When you say Volvic, the only thing I think is the results of a gynecological exam.
Yeah.
That's not a golf ball.
You have a Volvic Vivid. You're going to need some medicine for this Volvic Vivid.
I'm sorry to say you've turned 50 and we're going to have to do some reconstruction to your Volvic Vivid.
All right. This was a family-friendly show.
Don't play a Volvic. Don't play a Wilson. By the way,
that's such a good insult to say somebody if they putt like a 10-foot putt like 7 feet short, you'd just be like, you look like you should be playing a Volvic Vivid. Like a red Volvic Vivid.
All right. Well, listen. You're a Vice guy.
I'm not a Vice guy. I'm not a Vice guy. No, the Kirkland's the thing where I found it in the woods, and I'm like, screw it, I'm just hitting this.
Okay.
The Vices, I don't mind. The thing to me is, Vice isn't even on this list.
I have premier balls I play, Chrome Soft, Tour Soft. Then, because they still come in the tri-track, I'll play the Super Soft if it's the middle of the winter, if it's bad conditions, if it's, you're just playing terrible and the course is really hard. Yeah, that kind of thing. Because not for nothing, but balls get expensive,
Yeah.
But check out a lot of the manufacturers right now are buy 3, get 1 free. It's a good deal. You're going to go through that many balls this year anyway. Get your name put on the side. I know we're over time, but let me ask you a quick question. We can end on this if you want. And then I do want to talk about some of the stuff that we sell.
More things.
Which would be handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just real quick, because we can even chop that up and put it out by itself. But where do you stand on numbers on the ball? Do you care what number you're playing?
I really don't. You?
It could be a 1. It could be a 75. I will make them in the pro shop, take out all the number 1s and give them to me. If I buy a dozen balls, I want a dozen number 1s.
I have officially given every head pro that sells you those balls permission to punch you in the throat.
When you go in, you say, I'd like a dozen Chrome Softs, please. And would you mind disassembling those 4 dozen and just giving me the number 1s? They always do. They don't at Dick's. They tape them up at Dick's to keep you from doing it.
Or charge you $100. It's $100 a dozen.
But now Titleist, you can order all 4 dozen golf balls as a number 1 or number 99. 00, 69, 76, your birth year. You can do your favorite number, lucky 13, whatever you want. But I think if I was a Pro V guy and I was taking advantage of that, I still think I'd order 4 dozen number 1s. Ball looks because it looks so good with the number 1. I think that the ball looks awesome that way. And second, it's like a reminder to me what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to get a hole in 1. I'm trying to be number 1. I'm trying, like I said, I don't like seeing 3.
Listen, I'm going to add the link. I'm going to add this little quiz into the description down below. All right, let's go into the rest of the stuff. We got a couple more things that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, hey, I just wanted to hit up real quick. We got some cool people working with us. They're sending us stuff. They're asking us to take a look at it, tell us what we think. Mike, we got a chance in Florida to take a look at Shaft Wipes. Shaft Wipes is a cleaner for your grips and your balls and your hands and everything, but it's skin safe, no alcohol, fragrance free. Yeah. So you take it out. It's a cleaning cloth, but you wipe off your You wipe off your grips with it, and then it's still wet enough after all your grips to do your shoes. Clean up a couple of dirty balls. They're inexpensive. There's enough in here for a season. Golf balls. All right. Fair enough. Shout out to, that was Shaft Wipes. Shout out to Shaft Wraps. Your, black, yellow. Get your yellow just the tip shields. Again, change the look of your irons and your woods without replacing the shafts by just sticking on Shaft Wraps on your clubs. Then, Mike, you've been asking me for weeks to make sure that we're talking about it, and I finally got it out here.
Look at this little guy.
I got it off.
Yeah.
This little guy?
What's
this little guy?
This is
right?
just a tips turtle.
Tell us about it, Mike.
Dude, these things are cool. It's something that we decided to pick up last year. Seaman, what is it? The Seaman?
The Turtle Man.
Turtle Man Foundation to save the sea turtles. All right, part of your purchase goes to the Turtle Man Foundation. Magnet on the bottom so you can throw it on the fridge if you want, or you buy it from us. We put in just a tips ball mark and then you can put this down. You can use this as your bar marker, or you can slide the coin off and put that down there. So link is in our bio, and we'll send you one. If you have a preference, we have different colors, or we can just send you a surprise one.
There you go. Go to Saturday Skins to get your shirts.
Buy your shirt.
Don't go to Saturday Skins. Buy your shirt, but
No,
you have to go to
the link
golfleague.com.
that we put down in the description, because you will not find it.
Yeah, it's hidden. But sub $40 golf shirts, amazing quality, UV protected, sizes from extra small to 6X, no extra charge for upsizing, outstanding designs and patterns, and a nice stretchy fabric. But like Mike said, buy your shirt.
Dude, so I know we're going over time, but I was looking at the Saturday Skins shirt, and then I was fixing up my closet, getting ready for golf season, and I have this Walter Hagen shirt that was like $80 when I bought it. Same exact feel, dude. Same exact feel as those Saturday Skins, dude. It was. I was like Saturday Skins all the way, baby. So
listen,
check the link.
You go to your favorite pro shop, and you're playing this awesome course, and you buy the FootJoy shirt with the logo on it for $120. Do that. Do it all the time. Support your local pro shop. Brag about the courses you play. But your everyday going to the golf course shirt should not cost $120. It should be a performance shirt with UV protection from Saturday Skins.
Yep. And base cigars. Buy your cigar.
Get your cigars.
Yeah.
Boutique Cigars, and they have a special going on right now. Use the code JTT15 at checkout to get 15% off cigars. And I don't even know if they're allowed to do that. So use it before they get in trouble. All right?
Yeah.
All
right, guys. That's good.
We have other sponsors, but
we got tons
you
of
guys
more.
know who you are.
Check the links down in the description. Right. There's codes for everybody. You get hooked up. All right?
Listen, for those of you that have been playing all year, we're playing now, so we're catching up. To those of you that the weather's not allowing you to play yet, it's any day now. I promise you it's coming soon. But in the next few days, the whole world will be out there golfing. It will be one big golf community again. So
all right, and then we got a couple special things coming up in the next few episodes. Oh, yeah. So make sure you guys tune in. All right, and make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure that you follow our YouTube channel, because we're gonna have some cool stuff coming out this year.
That'll be YouTube only. So like I said, looking forward to it. So, Mike, I think we did it. It took us 50 minutes to what we said would take 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But the ball quiz was fun. Nice job.
Yeah. All right, dude.
All right. So, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Adam.
I'm Mike.
Just the tips.
Just the tips.